The devil is a liar. There is no way he is SSC John Dramani Mahama. Esama Kodachi. Send National Cathedral. Abo mane kano. Asas kana kebeti meya adiano. Yes, yako akwa shaza fufu. Our resetting agenda now is SSC John Dramani Mahama kaino. Ayesa so for no be anti ase. Adena answer yateti ade akwa recycle bin. Yes sign a year for recycle bin. How are you going to restore it back? Na omari emfa so ben ana yesam enya e woso ana ye we kram esaso enyiyimu Alaska you obi a traditionalist ana bi fi Ghana han enko yi India ne Hindu ne wezu enko so ema na omo so ere ne ye de o. It's a term Christian council eso omuju omani eyi ebie hu. We are resetting the economy, we are resetting Ghana, it resetting agenda na ye ka no. It's not that National Cathedral na equal reset it. Because I don't reset here enye ye. I did it from the dustbin. I'm a restore baby a etimi de enye ye. Eti ene. Aso for Crystal Council panifuo. Eh can you man Ghana mu ha? The same aso for you so for be ni enti. E ma me ji aso le kokakra. Eti me je simpie so bisa say Ghana ye hia nyansafo. Na nyansafo mu wo he. Na sa osofo no so ohia nyansafo no. Abra na de kwa kufa do timi hwe nyame anim ada no na so for no owen it anyasafo na so for no so ohwe no sa anyasafo na ye committee na Cathedral de show musa na but let's do no something man no see no
we na wo kana na the biblical crusade that the fear of the Lord is the beginning of wisdom. We need wisdom to rule this country. Nyasafo mo wa hi ya hianya safo na omube ma Ghana ayaye ni bisabio na safo moi but we must also see how easily this particular voice now
I know na me hwehwe
okay
it is anyasafo na no hwehwe say anyasafo amo wan akadegu aban bi anum ase no sanyasafo no ede nom ye fa National Cathedral no
say sanyasafo no mo bae no
but say asofo no mka ase no eya me yase Ghana kabima min kabi ama enne obi aye no pe aka sa asofo no enne omka che John Dramani Mahama his excellency say onko si National Cathedral no but this time angeso ora efrel say what you say corruption ayana corruption katashane proye and say waji sika e okoti kwan bi so Nemo aduma ye de shonsa so ye na wantimi anye ne ye no a means of corruption. Eti asat now say his SSC John Dramani Mahama and I mean say o tie ahoto afem. Already team aye o madwuma. And next special prosecutor so and the nam ho.
Ofa.
Adi anna empire for committee edi National Swimming Cathedral no anim no ye de ayom. But I'm hoping, sir, with this forensic audit, never bano. Emra any pepepe ebeyejuma medasi.
Right. I'm sure. Welcome back live on the radio. It's from 7 minutes to the top of the hour. 4 p.m. Now, Sai Osudoku constituency. The entire constituency. Ome biema momu etie show. Mamincha kodi abe for Ayikuma agomeda doyumu asuchare osuwem. Ewie medamu nyina ase se mo biema mo etie show na bibia so ayekama na unim when na asofo no the two mampani enim enti.
We are aware of the prevailing economic difficulties. We believe that the cathedral's completion under a transparent, accountable and inclusive framework would serve as a spiritual and cultural landmark for generations to come. We therefore humbly recommend Your Excellency the following 3 things. That government reaffirms its commitment to the project, to its continuation and completion, ensuring transparency in financial administration. 2, that a broad-based funding structure involving churches, the private sector, international partners be developed to reduce the fiscal pressure on the state. And 3, that the cathedral be positioned as a national interdenominational project that fosters unity among our people.
Right. I was a catcher of this, Yabechirim. Na almost say, Niama Miansa, no more the 2 Mampany, near the kind. Mampaniri affirm the commitment, say National Cathedral no obey. Near Atos Webbing, Mampany Emma near broad based consultation. I am sorry, any akuran kre, Edio Musika Beshim, and near Etrato Crano. Mampany Emma Yesiria, National Cathedral no. Embe ye to say interdenominational church enkoye eyen sorry bia betumi aye chese abotwenku ho na ne di kan I was say yema the national the Christian Council so to say womu can nanado 38% womu anoma nanado nya 38%. Na eye adwuma na nado be bie ma wom enti wom nyina no ebirum ye board of trustees na ade wenti na Ghana for to tia eye mampani na otis na ye mbisa wom say isi se dia ye wo asofo papa se ne wo asofo ya asofo bone and na yesa wo asofo mu ye armed robbers but just o mu hye kasok ejesa na ta yi ka tiro se wasakra no be your board of trustees National Cathedral eyeye. Now what I'm trying to put across and say asofo when they have no shame na nyankopon na egu o manim ase because who will shetie o obi ni nyankopon apam onu no hye ni nyankopon bo say nyankopon man wini ni second term a obesi asori dan di amano Dramani Mahama ni nyankopon ni sa apam no ena nanado apam ni nyankopon wo se nanado kura no okoji suman bi mpo ena de bebu man no ka se okọ second time a eno ena no bi frɛ ni nyame no bi gina hobi se Dramani Mahama nanado bu ono no hye ni nyankopon no nye ada ye ne bakan ne atoso abie o se Dramani Mahama ma nsori ni akura ye mbisa se sorry ni akura mutu ya se sika na ohe ena ne so tie we will not sit down for them to set agenda for us. You the nice budget aba sa budget na ye di aba no eno na Ghana for epe eno na ebema oman Ghana konanim it is a way yourself na sabi unya kromfo na nya kraman na drusogu wani so ema wo fari ateko a would you even in the first place? And then a baba wa dream say a National Cathedral. I was say yes, maneba. Now they are Kasawi.
Implications on the economy. Ye wo akramo ewa ha. Obi tinka hanom akramo onra honom da. Ye wo Accra Sports Stadium wo hanom. Obi atanka amba 60 years onra Accra Sports Stadium da. Now ye musa the national category the economic rare asset value. When it comes to monetary terms, they be more omano.
That's right.
Obi na etwa play ticket, efra brochire, they be hanomana. And moreover, but time na na dan kwaku for the year say akọ yes adwuma die no. Ono na so wo hye nyamebo. Na se odum erade dum no na so be o mampani a ade we na oye ade hye nyame anyonyam.
Na ode abo man ne kro no.
And anything I'm sure say ode nyame akoma mu ade ne chacha. Ana obo ne say jaskele. Na Alaska enya wa say Ghana yedi nyamesom ana dada enipa Ghana yedi nyamesom ye hu say why oti rasta why ho basa ye nu so wo de obunsam dem na ofri eden ana eba ye wo asofu pani wo man Ghana hu hanom a oti asori ewi akire no na asori ma no na obu o mafa so et eno na shaka cathedral na omwe
me say asofu ombeka say omni agree
but ayam yes and the NDC ye ana de be fe no Christian Council eba o man Ghana
meba asofu yi omni agree that difference be no
the value is the same.
That's right. Me da say me twa me ho aba na me ba Nanado Akasafa Cathedral no. Na me see Nanado well, but this an opo owo Chelsea mbefa no. Owo mbefa no. Because of course Yoruba fam, obey the first president John Mahama so be first president obe making history say wa baba kwa baba be jailing the predecessor.
This be the first in history. Repetition of history never seen. Tie. Me mamre bi say Oba Nanado Akufo-Addo Asia. They have something they call ancestral curses and self-imposed curses.
Mama come me home come ra.
Aha, Oba me dey no be so because obi so ba be call
Me dan say. I'm sure live on the radio. I want to 92.3. Me ba say see na ya the issues no ama say the tia ye for so nya opopo bianka. Okay. So already kra no ye de no kra ahwemu wie 0541825106. Na yentie Nanado Dankwa Akufo-Addo on the cathedral.
Politics, who's unashamed of asserting my Christian faith as part of a situation beyond aid and putting the country onto the road of self-reliance, sustained progress, and prosperity. Our march to a brighter future is underpinned by our firm attachment to a governance system that respects individual human rights and individual liberties, the rule of law, and the principles of democratic accountability. This faith is also the motivation for one of the major projects, which I have described as a priority of priorities, that we're undertaking in the country. This is the construction of the National Cathedral of Ghana, which first brought us to this venue 3 years ago in February 2019. The National Cathedral addresses a missing link in our nation's architecture. Designed by the iconic global design, the National Museum of African American History and Culture here in Washington, D.C. The National Cathedral provides an interdenominational space for worship and will serve to insert God at the center of our nation-building efforts. We've integrated the Bible Museum and Biblical Garden as part of the project. Dubbed the Bible Museum of Africa and Biblical Gardens of Africa, they extend the National Cathedral project, which will transform Ghana, over 70% of whose population are self-proclaimed Christians, into a major center of Christianity in Africa.
FM 92.3.
Right. Abushia enti biana and your first time and I do kasa fide na to ha. Na medical ka kire mo se Nanado fi power and Ghana be hu boni a odi edi o my way. Abushia yet your man mu ha and Nanado Dankwa Akufo-Addo be ka kire Ghana for say ono no se ni Nyankopon bo se Nyankopon ma ni wini ni second term a obesi asori dan e di ama no. But any the kind offer asofo bi ti said Danka Williams nom amomu be ka kire Ghana for say se Nyankopon se Nanado so si da ma Nyankopon na onfa oman ni sika emfa obi aho enti ni akoba ni say Nanado Dankwa Akufo-Addo hwe Ghana fo anim ama adan a na story buildings ebu okwa etuaso be 6 aye CD ama judges aye de oman yen taxpayers money passport office I no so no ye de oman sika esi the Malian embassy I no so esi o any adan ni Ghana ejapade bebre Nanado kofa excavator ebe bubu sa dan ni nyina guye ama a judge for no na ye high dime ma every month na $5,000 tienie o si is oyama shew ana osi odi sa asati Nyankopon se ope se ye si dan man wo be bia passport office any highest ewo ana ose sa japade nyina ani adan ya ye de oman ni sikasi nti ya fa ne se ena be bia Jubilee House wo ayo oman ni dia na John Mahama sorry no akati o se wa hye Nyankopon bo enti ni Nyankopon bo wa hye ne bo no obebubu Jubilee House egu ana obebubu National Theatre egu anoba bubu Accra Sports Stadium egu na wasida ma Nyankopɔn sɛ woyɛ nipa a sɛ butitu a ukonso a wodwene kɔ wachi wodwene kɔnka na wonyansa na nim nyansa a ewie ya bubu na sisi na tie ne amekan ma obubu sadeɛ wa nyinaa guye ave ye ni ba ya ho so no na wakɔ Parliament of Ghana ɛsɛ saka na mu yɛ 168 169 ama okɔ pasim na ma ɔde ni nsa bɔ ɔman sikam about $400,000 sɛ ɔde si asɔre dan ama Nyankopɔn ne yɛ di kai ɔso ɔmfa ɔman sika yɛ ni ba ya ho so ne yɛ de ɔman sika ave yɛ ni kɔ ba so a na dani amuna wetu de si hɔ edisa wo ye Ghana ni na ye sɔfoɔ na wonyo widini na onyo anya bonsam na asoma wo na ɔman wei ɛna wopɛ sɛ wo bɔna wobɛkɔ so asa ka kyɛ mampani a waba ne sɛ ɔnsɛfo ɔman sika na obi bo a wahyɛ no ɔfrɛ ne Nyankopɔn na wɔ obi yei na do frɛ ne Nyankopɔn na wo gyina hɔ bi ada na mo makro no nya fesa ena ta yi num kura jai na mo ache coat afa Bible ena mo bokro no mo gina fam so mo nsa wache obia
kana izi me enya me wanwa esanse nya me som e o man gan mu anom no eye akachi Alaska asofo omu kasa di omu da condition mo no obi oda air condition obi da enya kwan aya kwankyere ababe bompa asane agu eye aka amanfo so
na omu ni kro
oda air condition
omu ni kro no omu krofo asofo no ejanija board no
yes oda air condition no obi oda air condition obi da etibe ga se me ye fasting e de amanfo
mamu fa mo ho ma o na mu ka na do nya 38%.
Eti ade enye ade yomani nya no yensa ko echi me nyi ni se obi be ko ba edwoma goto ba ncha se de ba fie but say asofo no mo ka no wo de entwan na forensic audit ne den emra ne ba ye pepepe ye be den e be to akom na emra ene omadi se se ade so omanya nufu ana omotafre ho na ebedum ribi no ana obehu se yes nufu no omotafre ho no e be da no mabatwe
tie na amukasa wie na Dramani Mahama oh sam se jata na tie brofo no kan mini asofo na ka ho na mato me Bible ato atwene tie Dramani Mahama brofo no.
Now the issue on the National Cathedral. The National Cathedral Board of Trustees ordered an audit into the accounts of the National Cathedral. The audit was published, and there were some issues that bubbled out of the audit. But there are two kinds of audit. There's a normal audit that you yourself choose your auditor and ask him to come and audit you. And then he audits and presents the report to you. There's that kind of auditor. Then there's the auditor who is asked to come and do a forensic audit. And so we got a copy of the audit that had been commissioned by the Board of Trustees. And as president, I directed that a forensic audit be conducted. We want to know what happened. Before we go forward, we must know what happened. And so we're waiting for the report of the forensic audit. Once that forensic audit has been done, then we can decide what the way forward is. I am a Christian, and I believe that building a house where we can worship God is a good thing. I contributed as one of the chief fundraisers for my own Assemblies of God church building where I worship at Ringway Gospel Center. And I built 10 rural, we call them temples, in 10 villages for the Assemblies of God church. Of course, I solicited support from different people. And we built them. They have quarters for the pastor. He's got his bedroom, he's got his kitchen, he's got his living room. And then we have the church hall that can seat up to about 150 people. I do believe in building, an interdenominational place where we can worship. But it must be done in consultation with all of us. All of us must decide, how we want to do it, what the scope is, and how much it should cost. I believe that at this time and age, with all the problems we have, $400 million to build a cathedral is excessive. I know Nigeria have built an ecumenical center, and I've been there. It's a decent, beautiful place. And they built it for $40 million. And so maybe some of the things are excessive, you know. Let's find somewhere, all of us, on National Day of Thanksgiving and Worship, we can all go there and worship God and thank Him for what He has done for us. And so when that forensic audit is over, our intention is to have a broad-based consultation with the Christian community to see how we can build a place that is decent for us to worship. But apart from that, make it a center where people can come and, look at its architecture and all that, and find that Christ, has a place in our hearts, in our nation. And so when the time comes, we'll do that consultation, and we'll decide together how we want to go forward.
Is it the contest of Papa and the Casa person or say, Dear Papa na ye kurono? Neto so be a nyanse nim so tam sikase. Now the questions are the unim. The only thing a President Mahama bet me is a so for no. A few mutim and a sorry down mukono. Ye be bubuni nyinegu. Ne de no aba be si cathedral no ye sibia ne de bia ye de bia e de aye efie.
Papa, His Excellency John Dramani Mahama Kasano. Say, Enya Buapaye, Achimboni, any a wood day, and no Ghana so for between. And His Excellency Yanado Dango Kufado, Abanade Watchum Etima, and I can afford the Tima. As one day a cathedral Nigeria for no mercy, as soon. Plan is to say, near and come more see what Ghana Hano. Almost you $40 million.
That's right.
Now, on my Ghana, the year used to $400 million. Alaska, to 40 every 400. Rebecca say, "It's what the sense."
Nanado is an embodiment. Papa Nangasano, ni suni ni buying na se obaso bebia. Eye John 10:10.
I know be kumu say.
John 10
was under Nana Danko Kufuor the tenor. After 2024 general elections, a nepa doesn't win. It's in another Danko Kufuor dear. Me de bia me can. Say Alaska, Sankame adu Adam Dinswa, I can yamaso affidavit. Because Ebian can make MP and I'm home and Tommy. What they on buying Ghana Fonya, and they cannot fret them because this is the second time in history ever repeating our Ghana.
Okay.
Yet Emma ever Juma Amaye who say, Papa no, you're jailing out and so one prison. And the same thing happened to the late JB Danko Adu. And someone prison. I'm no say yet me who uncle see. It's an Ajumbonia, no what tie a year and Kuma Abain Echi.
Banasa,
and no one Ghana a year dear Ebecoso.
Yeah, established the fact and the entire wooden history in United States. Omuya Wabusia.
That is what is called an ancestral cases. I dear Nana must say a 2 honum and another Danko Kufuor who's about Ababesia. Yesha Abako Sema. The Ken Oforiata Papa and your friend Jones Oforiata.
Okay.
At that time, no a financial secretary to financial secretary. Yesha baby or the Ghana Edui, busy on boy to the extent that our domestic reserves now exhausted. The same thing I am back Ken Oforiata, a be a finance minister. Oh yeah. It at the Papa Ben Pan and then another Danko Kufuor. Danko Asifuano, Omyadibo or my Ghana. Eti baby again Edu Alaska. Ye ba be kan budget ho asem. Na amanfo hu animbone a MPP for eja to hono. Na omanpani John Dramani Mahama. Ode busum nsia, busum wotwe ababa page Ghana Eden Edu. Enne so oti Ghana mu a aduane abusu. Enema ekotote. And the drivers for whom atom to the essence and not me do baby drivers for air casse. I come dear a baby yena mamman bay no some you. I can yes for his essence John Dramani Mahama and number 2 man. Alaska never not here. As compared this year, I echo Bronya to 2022. As compared this year, I echo Bronya to last year.
That's right.
As compared this year, I echo Bronya since 2017, ABC 2024. By this time, no can say, no one will market. But and then, and near my eye, cost any share pinty Ghana for what home. Alaska, under this country, and another Danko Kufa, they be by a friend, domestic debt exchange program.
That's right.
Under this country, and another Kufa, the Besson, I'm what at the structure so, now be at him, and a demonstration editing a Kufuado. Now, one of them, penny and wow. Ah, Unan and another Quantu a bit you up. What body I demonstration edit yaw. A bit is your mind get a muhada. Under this, another Danko Kufa demonstration term. And I young man move for some subio. I want the various schools all my gun one up to me a demonstration here buying. I'm telling you, some to me a demonstration edit here buying. It's at the end of papa and another Danko Kufa at the buy. Nanaska. Some more budget namin strong and near microphone a year Ghana for the Cronon board Ghana for his essence John Dramani Mahama and Pepper so near Dua and MPP na uti a honto FM and a paya and a year. So MPP atade on my backsham.
But I wouldn't Mama what to us, but the Yama Ghana Fonti as you say. Obi biara ne obehu se odasu support to MPP defending another memoir or you criminal. Who nesa or your my way atamfo. Because be papa be no papa ne buyer obey and this facts data no clear. Na answer never boy a year budget no no. Tie another jandam ni bi.
Eti sesi ya waje nkuko emako guhwe. Eti German president iba nkuko birine tene nkuko ebe suatete nipa owe eti eye. Yesu ura residents who are regional minister te nkuko na ena wamu eye ewo regional minister atoye. Eti sani ye di minister. Oti ase sani edi minister na nkoko ya mudu o mabai oyeba obie no ho a ye training no won nkoko ho and kamodi policy eba no there should be a form of training and orientation as to how to handle nkoko school 3 weeks 5 weeks ni esua nkoko ho ne amasa na ekọ ne eba we di obie no ho ni makoko ho eti akoko ne esue menti ase wo ye kwakwa menti ase eti ebe de no matima handle akoko yi. Otiase na abani sei na mu disikante se akwako shem eti sesi ya waje nkuko emako guhwe eti German president iba nkuko birine tene nkuko ebe suatete nipa owe eti eye yesu ura residents who are regional minister te nkuko na
Abushia one say enkuko nketen anunti ane ye ka kire coordinators ane mu a ye dis project na hye munsa ne se ebe koyie na be ye yi a ejina muso enya afei na modi wakọ set political score na we antu amame me kwa chairmanship we support me ko DC we support me pe MP we support me pe we support me ubedu di otanti udi sa emwa we bekwa koma obi a onni mwa we hu onni hu amache yemfo ma woma wom safata if say MPP amayati ase say policy na ba no mpe anuti na Ashanti regional minister ka say we
na bi o mamente warning we ya omode omani adsi akokọ nketenkete sui enje bia obenso mo abekwa koto nkokọ hye da kun o mo twetwe etwa mo pictures o mo ba media no say mumra na mume ho Dramani Mahama nkokọ nketenkete na awu no nkofo minimu amo pa minimu amo ntiabusuafo mawu se MPP ndi o manu asi Dramani Mahama nkokọ nketenkete no so a watch out, this is the next jandam omode beba so omwa beba ede nkokọ videos ababe gugu ho mo he nkokọ nketenkete na awu gugu ha no omba be yesa ade no yenumo na atena kuro ye mu a menimu na tena ha nyini ye menimu de mutimi ye ne de muntimi nyina.
Right. Akins. Budget 2020 6 matters arising. President